In a small, bustling town filled with cobblestone streets and houses adorned with ivy, there lived a young girl named Sara. Sara had a heart as wide as the ocean and a faith as deep. She lived with her parents in a quaint little house that had a backyard, which was her sanctuary. This wasn't just any backyard, it was Sarah's secret garden of prayer. Sarah's garden was a hidden gem, tucked away behind tall hedges and a creaky gate that only she knew how to open. Inside, it was a wonderland of colorful flowers, towering trees, and a small, babbling brook that sang a melody only the purest of hearts could hear. But the most magical part of the garden was the tiny, secluded corner under the willow tree, where Sarah spent her days talking to God. One sunny morning, while the dew still clung to the blades of grass, Sarah discovered a tiny, struggling plant. It was a rose bush, but unlike the others in her garden, this one seemed sad and wilted, its petals drooping towards the earth. Sarah felt a tug at her heart. She knew this rose bush needed her care and prayers. Every day, Sarah would water the rose bush, tend to the soil around it, and remove any weeds that dared to creep too close. But most importantly, she would kneel beside it and pray. She prayed for the rose bush to find the strength to bloom, to rise above the soil, and show the world its beauty. As the days passed, Sarah faced challenges of her own. She encountered bullies at school who didn't understand her quiet, gentle nature. There were days when she felt lonely, misunderstood by her peers. But instead of harboring any bitterness or sadness, Sarah would go to her secret garden and pray. She found comfort in talking to God about her worries, her hopes, and her dreams. Then, one day, something miraculous happened. The little rose bush that had once seemed so frail and defeated burst into life. Bright, beautiful roses bloomed, painting the garden with vibrant colors and filling the air with their sweet fragrance. Sarah couldn't believe her eyes. The rose bush had listened to her prayers. This miracle in her garden taught Sarah a valuable lesson about faith and perseverance. She realized that, just like her rose bush, she had the strength within her to overcome the challenges she faced. Her faith had given her the courage to bloom in the face of adversity. Word of the blooming rose bush spread throughout the town, and soon people from all over came to see it. They marveled at its beauty and wondered how it had come to bloom so magnificently. Sarah knew it was her faith and her secret conversations with God that had nurtured the rose bush back to life. Sarah's secret garden of prayer became a symbol of hope and faith in the small town. Sarah's story inspired others to find their own secret garden, a place where they could go to talk to God, to nurture their faith, and to find the strength to face their own challenges. And so, nestled in her garden under the willow tree, Sarah continued to pray, not just for herself, but for everyone who needed a little faith to help them bloom. She had learned that even the smallest act of faith, like tending to a struggling rose bush, could lead to the most beautiful miracles. Sarah's garden was no longer just her sanctuary. It had become a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of prayer and faith. Thank you so much for watching, my dear friends. Remember, God loves you very much, and so do we. And remember, if you haven't already, click on the subscribe button and ring the bell. That way, you won't miss any of our new videos. We have so many more stories and fun adventures waiting for you.